YouTube above average Cody here, and it is not a big secret that this is probably the spiciest HCS Rostermania that I have certainly ever been a part of. And one of the biggest things going on is the questions of the Optic Gaming roster and, of course, Formal himself. And now, by no means is this the first and only big domino that has to fall for HCS rosters to start becoming solidified, but this is probably the one that many fans want to know about, and with Formal being as vocal as he has been, I think it'd be a lot of fun as a huge Optic fan myself to do a little video not only speculating on what and how Formal's going to go about this roster mania, but also what happens with Optic and really their overall place in the HCS, guys. So that's what we're going to do today. All speculation, rumors, and my own headspace is in this video. So by all means, guys, go down below and hit up the comments if you agree, disagree, I missed something, or you want to add some further speculation. Of course, be sure to subscribe. Now, why is this even such a big talking point? Formal has been in esports for pretty much as long as I can remember now. So he's been a part of a million of these, but he has been very vocal in some stream clips that have been going around. I'm just going to summarize them for you guys in the essence of time. But basically, he talked a lot about how much getting second so many times after winning the World Championships in Season 1 of Halo Infinite is literally, he said it word for word, eating him up inside, guys. And there's a lot of people out there that hate losing, you know, and they have that competitive spirit, but I really do not think there is anybody that wants to win more than our man Formal, guys. And you can just tell how almost emotional he is in these clips because he's usually a pretty funny and although pretty mellow and uplifting guy, and this demeanor was very interesting to see. He then goes on to talk about he just wants to see players win their ones and things like that, and he wants people who want to win as badly as he does, which who really doesn't want that, guys? He also talks about how he missed an opportunity to jump back over to Call of Duty, which we're going to talk about in this video, and then, of course, guys, talking about what the future really holds for him in Halo, but basically, my man is sick of losing, and he's on a long streak of second-place finishes. So let's get into some of the questions that we really want answers to. And I think the best one for fans is, when will something happen? When will these rosters start to become solidified? When can we start getting things confirmed and stop operating off all of these rumors and speculation? And I really do think it's going to be sooner than most of us are guessing. And this is because although the next season of Halo Infinite and the HCS is probably about 5 months away, people are trying to catch up to SSG, guys. They are likely not going to make a roster change, so these teams and these orgs are going to want to solidify a roster as soon as possible, because the sooner you can do that, the sooner you can get over any speed bumps the team may have, make any adjustments the team may need, and more importantly, just play as a team. The more seat time and the more chemistry you can build over time on a game, the better it's going to go for you. And you guys are trying to catch up to a team that's been together for an entire year and just won it all. So let's be real. This is going to happen relatively soon. Now, what direction he chooses to go is a whole nother story, guys. And there's a lot of people that are like, Formal's going to retire. Formal's going to go to COD. And I'm not going to pretend like I know the guy. But again, he wants to win. He was very vocal about all of his second places. So if I would be more shocked to see Formal retire than join the worst team he could possibly find. And that is just me, obviously, speculating. But the dude is a competitor, guys. He's been around for such a long time. He wants to win. He's on a streak of 6 second places. He ain't retiring. Let's be real here. Now, will he go back to Call of Duty? This is obviously an elephant in the room, but he did speak on, he had an opportunity, I think, a few months ago, because he mentioned that it was leading up to Worlds, so probably a month or two ago, to join the CDL. However, same idea, guys. Their season is going to be coming up very fast with the new game coming out soon, so most of those rosters are already kind of getting locked into place. So if he who hesitates is lost, really, in the CDL. So he already mentioned that that ship's kind of sailed for now. And an opportunity like that probably wouldn't open until teams start getting beat up on. Like, let's say Carolina Royal Ravens go out and just absolutely get spanked 2 events in a row. They might make a roster switch. they might call up for me and be like, hey, man, you trying to play Call of Duty? And that's what he kind of means with an opportunity is not on the table right now. So if he's going to go back to Call of Duty, guys, it will not be before this Halo Rostermania smooths out. So I really think this leaves one last thing, and that's for Optic, or, for Formal to be back into Halo. Now, this brings us into the question of the Optic roster, because we already discussed rumors of Lucid and Trippy going to Shopify Rebellion. If this is true, guys, this leaves Formal and Dead Zone on the Optic roster. And I have heard pretty much nothing on Dead Zone. I haven't heard any rumors surrounding Dead Zone. I'm sure there's some out there. But Formal was very clear about players winning their ones. He was very clear, not so much distasteful. I really don't think Formal has any beef with any guys on the Optic roster. But there were clearly some things that were very hard to attempt to smooth out on that roster. And he made it very clear that he only wants to compete again if he has a God squad. And as I mentioned in my other video, I really do think Optic would only let players like Lucid and Trippy go if they had some really insane players lined up. And guys, I won't speculate too hard, but as much as Renegade has been an opponent to my Optic boys, it wouldn't shock me if they had a big name like that lined up, because Formal is sick of second place and really wanting to win. You've got a lot of guys on the FaZe roster, possibly also looking to make a switch. Some real studs in the HCS that would go great on our roster. And let me tell you, I'm sure they want to win, man. And again, I'm not going to go too crazy, because I don't want to start throwing names out, because then people will run and say Above Average Cody said this. Guys, this is complete speculation. But I think Optic is going to get some studs lined up. I think Formal is going to be like, all right, those three names, man, I love them. Let's run this thing back. So that's just me speculating a little bit and running off the rumors of Lucid and Trippy going to Shopify or somewhere else. There's a lot of young guys that are becoming free agents that would be fantastic for the team. So I'm not going to go too crazy speculating on a roster. You guys can feel free to go crazy, but just sifting through a lot of the rumors, and a lot of people are talking about, I'll use one other name, for example. People are talking about Last Shot. I heard Last Shot being rumored to be on a roster, and everybody's like, oh, get Last Shot to Optic. And it's like, maybe there's things set in stone. Maybe there's not things set in stone, but we really do not know yet. And I can go around in circles all day on the Optic roster. But the way I see it, guys, if you really made me guess, Optic has probably two big names already lined up. I don't think it's as likely that they already have a trio lined up, but Formal's going to be there. So let's be real. If they snag some combination of a duo from FaZe, you have Formal already in the building. You grab a young guy that's maybe up and coming in Halo that, you know, maybe is malleable and wants to learn from some vets or some people that are really at the top of their game in the HCS. And Optic is going to have a roster that can compete with the likes of SSG. But the thing is, like I said at the top here, guys, you have to, they want to get this solidified quick. The quicker you can solidify it, the quicker you can build chemistry, the quicker you can get the ball rolling, and frankly, hopefully, the quicker they can start, you know, dominating some of these teams in scrims. But that's kind of just all my guesses, all my speculation. Again, I don't know Formal. My phone by no means is blowing up with anything outside of you guys commenting and sharing your thoughts in the comment section. So be sure to do so, guys. But I thought it'd be fun to do a little video discussing it, because obviously, huge Optic fan. I see people trying to spread rumors that Optic's going to leave Halo. Guys, I'm not going to pretend like I've been in the professional Halo, like, fan base for my entire life, because I've always been a bigger COD fan, but Optic has a boatload of history in Halo, and it would probably baffle me the most for Optic to leave Halo. So I thought it'd be fun to just share my thoughts as an Optic fan and kind of maybe put some of you guys on that maybe aren't following things as closely, because things are going to get very, very spicy very soon, guys, and I think it's going to happen sooner rather than later, because again, these rosters want to lock in soon. They want to start grinding. They want to start putting in the work. You know, I mean, let's be real. The grind for the next championship happens the day after the championship for many, especially those who get second place and want to keep competing. But alrighty, guys, that's pretty much all the speculation I have for you. I could have gone deeper. If you really want me to keep going deeper and do more of these videos, guys, please let me know down below. Subscribing helps out as well. Oh my goodness. Hit the like button. I already mentioned commenting, and of course, channel memberships and super thanks. If you'd like to support the channel in that way, it helps me out a lot as a content creator. But please, don't feel like you have to. But alrighty, guys, hope you enjoyed this one. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay tuned for the next video.